You think you're shy. You think that's just who you are. But what if that's not true at all? What if you were trained to be this way? Think about it. Go back for a moment. Not just to yesterday, but way back to the beginning of your story. As a kid, you were a force of nature, an unfiltered expression of pure being. You spoke freely because your thoughts and your words were one and the same. There was no filter, no second guessing. You said what you wanted, what you felt, what you dreamed. You described the monster under your bed with the same conviction as you'd ask for another cookie. The world was your stage, and you weren't afraid to take up space on it. You didn't overthink every word because you hadn't yet learned that words could be used as weapons against you. Your voice was a tool for connection, for discovery, for play. It was honest. It was you. But then, something changed. It never happens all at once. It's a slow erosion, a quiet turning of the tide. You got judged. That first sting of criticism. Maybe it was a careless comment from a classmate, or a dismissive wave from an adult. A tiny moment you probably can't even pinpoint now, but it planted a seed of doubt. You were laughed at, the sound of mockery that rings louder than any praise. It taught you that your enthusiasm could be a source of ridicule, that your passion was too much. You were ignored. Perhaps the most painful cut of all, the silent message that your voice, your presence, your thoughts simply didn't matter, that you were invisible. And slowly, brick by brick, you started building a wall. Each judgment, each laugh, each moment of being overlooked was another stone set in place, a fortress designed to protect you. And slowly, without even realizing it, you started holding back. You began curating your own thoughts, censoring your own voice, hiding the most authentic parts of yourself behind that wall, believing it was for your own safety. And without realizing it, piece by piece, you built a version of yourself designed to survive. A version that plays safe, that avoids attention, that stays quiet, all to avoid pain. Let's talk about the first and perhaps most universal barrier, the fear of judgment. It's a silent predator that stalks our conversations, our ambitions, and our connections. It begins as a whisper, a faint hum of doubt just beneath the surface of your thoughts. You're about to contribute, to share an idea, to simply be yourself. Maybe you're in a team meeting, a brilliant insight sparking in your mind. Or you're with a group of new friends, a funny story on the tip of your tongue. Or perhaps you're crafting a comment online, ready to join a discussion you care about. In that crucial moment, just before you act, the predator pounces. And suddenly, there's a voice in your head. It's not your voice. It's a distorted echo of every teacher who ever corrected you, every peer who ever snickered, every critical comment you've ever read. It's the voice of the judge, the jury, and the executioner, all rolled into one. It asks, what will they think? This single question is a seed of paralysis. It sprouts into a forest of anxieties almost instantly. What if I sound stupid? What if they disagree and I can't defend my point? What if they think I'm trying too hard, or worse, that I'm not trying hard enough? The voice is relentless. It paints vivid pictures of failure. The awkward silence after your joke falls flat, the condescending look from a colleague, the rolling eyes of a stranger. It convinces you that the risk of embarrassment far outweighs any potential reward of connection or contribution. So you stay silent. You swallow your words. The insight in the meeting dissolves, unspoken. The story with friends is never told. The online comment is deleted. You retreat into the perceived safety of invisibility, letting the moment pass you by. And the most painful part? You don't stay silent because you have nothing to say. Your mind is a universe of ideas, your heart a well of experiences. You have value, you have a voice, you have a perspective that is entirely, uniquely yours. No, you stay silent because you're afraid. Afraid of a judgment that, in all likelihood, exists far more powerfully in your own head than in anyone else's. This fear builds a cage, and with every silent moment, you reinforce its bars. You replay conversations. You analyze every word. You imagine scenarios that never even happen. And by the time you're ready to speak, the moment is gone. You tell yourself, I'm just shy. And the more you repeat it, the more real it becomes. It becomes your identity, your comfort zone, your prison. But here's the simple, powerful truth. You weren't born this way. You adapted to survive. And that means you can choose to unlearn it, step by step.
Moment by moment.
So next time you feel that hesitation, that familiar cold grip in your chest when the opportunity to speak arises, whether it's in a boardroom, a classroom, or even just a comment thread online, that internal voice that whispers, don't. It's not worth it. What if you're wrong? Don't listen to it immediately. Recognize that voice for what it is. A primitive, well-meaning, but ultimately outdated defense mechanism. It's not a prophecy of failure. It's just an echo of old fears trying to keep you in a familiar, smaller version of yourself. It's trying to keep you safe. But safety is not where growth happens. Instead, just for a moment, pause. Create a space between the feeling and your reaction. In that space, take one deliberate breath. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold. Exhale for 6. Feel your feet on the ground. This isn't about ignoring the fear. It's about anchoring yourself in the present moment, so the fear doesn't get to be the one in control. You are.
Then speak anyway, even if your voice shakes.
Let it shake. A shaky voice is not a sign of weakness. It is the sound of your comfort zone expanding. It is the audible evidence of your courage. Every tremor is a testament to the fact that you chose to act in the face of fear, and that is the most powerful choice you can make. Because confidence isn't a prerequisite you wait for. It's not a magical gift bestowed upon a chosen few. Waiting for confidence before you act is a trap that will keep you waiting forever. It's a finish line that you will never reach because the race hasn't even started. It's something you build, brick by brick, action by action. It's forged in the small, terrifying moments of choosing to show up. It's the reward, not the requirement. It is the cumulative result of 1,000 tiny acts of courage, of speaking up when your voice shakes, of hitting send, of raising your hand. It is the structure you create, one brave moment at a time.